Using text headers within modules is a great way to level up your organization and to point your students towards certain subsections that you want them to see. In this lesson, we'll look at how do you create text headers, a few examples of how you might use them, and one example of a way you might not want to. Let's get started. First off, how do you create a text header? Well, we want to look in the upper right of our module and click on that plus button to open up the Add Item dialog box. Up here at the top, we're going to click on Add Assignment, and we're going to choose Text Header. This gives us our box, and I'm just going to type in Social Studies here. Add Item. And with every item that's added to a module, it's put down there at the bottom, but I'm going to go ahead and drag that up above ELA. So that's how you create a text header. Now let's look at some examples. So in this module, you can see that each of the text headers represents a different subject in a course where all the subjects have been brought together, for example, in an early elementary class. In this next one, the text headers represent different days of the week. And then a final example are the subsections of a unit. Now, each of these are actually gone into much more detail in another lesson about module organization. But text headers, you can see, are a great way to show division between parts of a module, and they can be used very widely in your organization. Now, one way that you might not want to use them is to actually point out important information. It can be very tempting to put messages such as this one that say, don't forget the next test is on September 18th. However, if it's something that you need your students to see, they may not see the messages within the text headers if they're using the normal module flow. So let me show you. If I click in here to this assignment, and then I just use the normal next button, go ahead and go next. Notice it goes to the next item, skipping over that text header without the student ever seeing it. That's the same thing for module titles as well. So if it's information that you want to make sure that your student sees, don't use instructions, for example, within text headers. Instead, put those instructions on a page or an assignment so your students can see it. So I'm going to delete that. So this is how you create text headers and different ways that you can use them in your courses. Cheers.